So I'm sure at least some of you have heard of this content creator Caleb who gives financial advice to various individuals, and this is a sort of unintentional comedy where the people he brings on are so financially irresponsible and just delusional that you really can't help but laugh, right? And this latest clip I just saw about a quote-unquote Twitch streamer really takes the cake. So let's watch this.
What do you do for a living?
So I do only. And then I do
things are making more sense.
Yeah, okay, now I stream on Twitch as well.
What are we making from these sources?
So only is around $200.
Okay, so people can do whatever they want with their own life, with the direction they want to go, but putting yourself on OnlyFans and taking that leap and having that digital footprint forever for $200 is crazy. Now, I think there's some, I believe it was Tectone who made a tweet about content creators, like if you don't make a certain amount of money by the time you're like in your 30s or like 5 years into content creation, you should just quit, right? And I think he said like if you're not a millionaire. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I agree with the rest of the post. Like if you're going to go into content creation or something that's going to leave some sort of a footprint that's going to cause issues if you want to return to regular life, you need to make something out of it. And if you're going to be doing OnlyFans, like it's your choice, but if you're doing it for $200 a month, basically a trip to the grocery store, I don't know if that's worth it, right? Call me whatever you want. I just don't think that's worth doing that to yourself. Again, maybe I'm a bad guy for giving that advice. Who knows? But let's continue on.
On a good month.
On a good month, too. Oh my God.
Okay, so you don't have a job. Okay, well, you said another one was streaming, so how much are we making off that?
I took a break from streaming the last several months.
No! Then why even say it? You know, it's like, those typical, like, OnlyFans type girls who, they also stream on Twitch, but they do so to capitalize on, like, recent trends that are, like, super hyper-sexualized. They try to push the TOS as far as they can go, and they do it with the expectation that they're probably going to be banned, but they don't care because they'll be banned for, like, 2 days. Like, there's some content creators who have been banned 13 plus times, and their longest suspension was like 3 days because Dan Clancy can't stop gooning to them. He has to bring them back, and it's a really sad trend. And again, we're talking about Twitch. We're not talking about like adult content websites. We're talking about Twitch, where they go on there and they try to basically max out as much attention and subs as they can get. They get banned for 2-3 days, and they come back and they rinse and repeat. They're not there to play video games. They typically have a little small space, like 1/20th of their screen is the actual gameplay, and the rest is a camera so far up their ass, you're practically seeing their colon. Okay, like it's ridiculous. We've been dealing with this for a very long time, this masquerade as content creators, but Twitch has incentivized people to do that, right? So I don't really know. It's like, it's a matter of don't hate the player, hate the game, and hate the people who are supporting the player, I guess, through subs and bits and all that stuff. But they're taking advantage of Twitch and their inability to moderate their own website and to treat these individuals fairly under their own TOS that they weaponize against people who are doing far less to violate the rules than some of these other people. But anyways, doesn't really matter because this person who's looking for financial advice is not even streaming. They're not even streaming. So the masquerade that they're a Twitch streamer is ridiculous. Like, I'm sorry, this is foolish. This is a total cop-out. They're trying to legitimize themselves as a content creator, but they're selling adult content. That's it. And then on a good month, they're making $200. Just work at McDonald's at this point. Like, it would give more benefit to society. I'm sorry. That's rude, I know. But that is not a real job. If you're only making $200 a month on a good month, and that's really the primary income source, come on. Let's just be honest. I think sometimes being harsh is being fair and actually caring about someone, because this is not working. It's not worth the risk to any reasonable person.
Because I had some health issues recently. I had a collapsed lung.
Why? At 25? Jeez, for what?
You will not believe the answer here. And then the resolution. It's going to blow your minds. You think I'm overselling it. I promise you, viewer, I'm not.
I was vaping and I hit the...
People, stop with this. We're
So-
finally starting to see content.
Yeah, just like anything else, people watching this, you're an adult. You can do whatever you want. If you want to vape, no one's going to stop you. But if you have the ability to not, just don't vape. Like, there's no actual benefit. You know, you could do something better than that. Like, again, if you want to do that, I don't care. But if you have the ability to not, you probably shouldn't. Let's just be honest. Right?
Consequences.
Yeah, and that's the thing
Really? A
is,
collapsed lung?
I now smoke cigarettes, but I was smoking
No! What?
What are we doing? I had a collapsed lung because I was vaping. So I instead went to cigarettes. Be fucking for real. Come on. Dude, no way. She can't be serious, right? This can't be real. This got to be staged, right? Unfortunately, based on everything I've seen, these are not staged. These are people who are willingly coming out here, letting themselves be humiliated through their terrible decisions for, I don't know, the chance for advice or attention. Who knows? But they're not lying. They often bring their bank statements and stuff like this to this guy. So, I don't know, man.
What?
So,
We have a
hold on,
collapsed
hold on.
lung and we're smoking
I got permission from my
cigarettes?
pulmonologist because
I don't think that's how you say it. Now, I'll admit, I mispronounce things all the time. I butcher words, I stutter, I do stuff like that in my videos. Don't worry. I admit to it. That's a rough one. I don't think that's a real one right there. I don't think it's a real word.
because of the fact
Pulmonologist?
I can't pronounce pulmonary doctor, the person for my lungs.
What do you do for a living?
If they said that, they need to be fired. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. What are we doing? Someone who's trying to give people advice and take care of their lungs is telling you to smoke cigarettes as an alternative to vaping? Dude. Can't be real. Like, there's no way. Two scenarios. Either that never happened and they're using that as a shield to justify smoking cigarettes now after having a collapsed lung for vaping so much, or that is the most irresponsible, unprofessional person that's in the medical field ever. But anyways, I thought this was ridiculous and worth a reaction. If you like more stuff like this, let it be known in the comments section. See you guys next time.